Good morning. I have duty in 1 minute. So quickly, what we are going to be doing today is continuing with math. I took up their place value boot camp from Friday. Everybody did well on it. Those were for thousands. We're moving on to 10,000s today. And then I'm going to finish reading Dracula Doesn't Drink Lemonade. My camera died this morning while I was talking to you. It's planning time now. I am just finishing up marking the place value boot camp that we did on Friday. I have a fan on because it is really hot. There's like a heat warning and our schools don't have air conditioning, so it's real hot. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish planning or finish marking these. Oh, I keep cutting my head off. Finish marking these, and I'm also watching YouTube at the moment while I plan and I mark because I didn't watch any this weekend because I worked. So yeah, I am going to do that. Tomorrow there is no school. It is reorganization day. We got a new teacher at our school, so we get to use the day as a planning day, but I actually have a doctor's appointment for my ankle tomorrow. So I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be at school tomorrow, so tomorrow I probably won't be vlogging very much or at all. But yeah, I'm just gonna start finishing marking these things so that I can send these babies home on Friday. Hopefully you can't hear the fan. If you can, I apologize. But yeah, I'm gonna continue marking these and watch some YouTube, and I will check in with you guys later. Hi, so it's almost the end of planning time now. I just marked their place value papers and I read their writing that they did for their reading log this week, and I realized that in grade 4 apparently we don't know how to write words or how to spell words rather. So I have never done this before. In the 5 years that I have taught, I have never ever given spelling words. Now the reason why I don't give spelling words is because I don't know, I don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like they should be practicing on their own, but because I'm at a school where the majority of the kids are new to the country, some of them have only been here for a couple months, I feel like I need to do spelling every week just because they are not, like, I can't even think of an example. Let me find an example of somebody's, because, okay, here. I'm not gonna say who it was, but thousand is spelled T-H-O-S-N-T. And then they spelled thousand on the next line, T-H-O-N-T-Z. And then in the next section, they wrote T-H-O-S-N-T-O-N-T. So they spell, oh, up here thousand was spelled T-O-W-S-N-T. So they spelled thousand 4 different ways on one piece of paper. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start off with basic spelling words. I have week 1. I literally just typed out some week 1, and all I'm going to do for their spelling is have them write the words in a sentence. That's what they're gonna have to do. They're going to write their words in a sentence. I'm not going to tell them to write definitions. I'm not going to tell them to write it out 20 times each word. I'm not going to give them all these activities, these spelling activities, because it's a waste of time. I'm not doing it. It's more effort and planning and photocopying that's not necessary. So all we're going to do is I'm going to give them their spelling words. They're going to glue them into a language notebook, and they are going to write a sentence for each word. Because if they don't know what a sentence is, or they don't know what the word is, then all they would have to do is go and look it up, and that's how they know their definition. So hopefully this works. We'll start doing this now. Hopefully I don't have to do this a whole year, but so far week 1 spelling is happening. I'm giving it to them today, and they will have a spelling test every Friday. So yeah, let's see how that goes. It is 5 minutes until the end of the period, so I have to go pick up my kids now. Whew. My goodness, I have to go pick up my kids now, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello. Okay, so quickly, I do Friday folders every year, but instead of using actual folders, this year what I'm looking for is like those little cloth bags with a zipper, because I feel like they last longer and I don't have to laminate them. And I'm at the Dollar Tree right now. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna see if they have them, or if they have something that I think might work, I will show you as soon as I come back. I also bought stools. I don't know if you can see them back there, but I bought stools from Dollarama. They're like the one pink stool that's different in my classroom. I found 2 more pink ones and 2 green ones. I was like, whatever, I'll just use green because green is a color in my classroom. They had purple and blue too, but I didn't like them. So I'm gonna go into Dollar Tree and see what's up. I wonder if the people at the Dollar Tree know me by name yet. Is that awkward? If they did. Good morning, YouTube. It's Wednesday. I wasn't at school yesterday because I had an appointment to get some diagnostic injection for my ankle because it's still giving me issues. It hurts a lot today. Let me show you. It's still super red from the injection yesterday, which sucks. So I'm gonna do very limited walking. I have duty in about 5 minutes. I'm currently just laminating some stuff that I made yesterday when I was at home resting. Today we are getting the new kids in our class from the grade 4-5 class. Grade 4s are now going to be in my class, and my grade 3s are leaving me, sadly. I only had 2 of them, but they're leaving me and going to the grade 3 class. So I'll let you know how that goes once we get our new kids this morning, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, it's planning time and it is really hot. My class just left with the phys ed teacher to go finish their last day of learning how to play chess. I am on planning time. I'm having troubles walking. My foot is really hurting, so it is going to be interesting. I have my fan on like always because it is real hot. So let me put you on something so I don't have to hold you, and I'm going to show you what it, okay, woo, let's go down. So in my class I use Class Dojo as a classroom management kind of thing. So I'm quickly going to just go over how I use my Class Dojo with my kids. I got new students into my class today, so we did like a really in-depth explanation of how Class Dojo works. So I'm just going to go over that now and show you how I use Class Dojo. So first things first, I use Class Dojo in a way where the students track their points and the students give themselves points. Now at the beginning of the year you really have to explain to them like why they're tracking their own points and why they're giving themselves their points instead of me giving it to them. But basically I teach grade 4, so they're a little bit older. I did this when I taught grade 6 as well, but I find that if they're held accountable for giving themselves points, then they're more likely to follow the rules and get points for certain things in the class. Now I do take away points. They don't take points away from themselves. I take away points from them, and then I have a discussion with them about why they lost those points. But for the most part, my class, they give themselves their own points. And the way that I do that is I have a U table at the back of my classroom that I put my iPad on, and on the iPad they just swipe. The only thing on it is Class Dojo, so they swipe, they open it, put in the password, and then Class Dojo automatically comes up, and they just go give themselves a point for certain things. Now, the things that I give points for are caring and sharing, compliment from a classmate, cooperation, honesty, inclusivity, ready to learn, respectful, responsible, self-regulation, and hard work. So those are all the things that they can gain points for, and the things that they can lose points for are exactly the same things, but they would just lose it for not doing it, if that makes sense. So it basically just, I'll show you on my phone, it just looks like that. So they just come in and they do that. Now, I do Class Dojo a little bit differently than other people. I do Class Dojo in a way where the students evolve. Now, if you're unaware, in Class Dojo, you have the opportunity to change the avatar to any picture. You don't have to use the Class Dojo monsters. So, the way that I do it is Class Dojo, Pokemon Trainer, gotta catch 'em all. So we do it in a Pokemon training kind of way, because I find that my kids love Pokemon. They loved it last year, they love it again this year. So the way that it works is level 1 is from 1 to 10 points. They start off as an egg. So if you look on my page, they all have eggs. So they all start off as an egg. Now, after level 1, it says this is your starting level. Before you can begin your training, you must take care of your egg. So they are an egg until they get 10 points. That's level 1. Level 2, their avatar changes. They evolve and they receive their first Pokeball. So level 2 is a Pokeball. Once they get, that's 10 to 20 points. Once they hit 20 points, what they do is they can choose what type of Pokemon they are going to have as their starter Pokemon. So they can choose a fire, earth, wind, water, any Pokemon. These are the different ones that I have listed. I don't do all the different types of Pokemon because they're not all going to fit on here, but for level 3 is 20 to 30 points. Level 4, once they've picked their type of Pokemon, once they get to 30 points, the first thing they do is they get their first Pokemon. So they get to choose between Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Raichu, or Pichu, sorry. They start with Pichu. Now, I made a mistake. I printed this to laminate it, and I accidentally put Pikachu, but it should say Pichu on it. So this is level 4. They get to pick their Pokemon, and their avatar changes to whichever Pokemon they are training that time. And they stay at that Pokemon level for up until 40 points. Once they get to 40 to 60 points, they get to level 5. Now, it says level 5, train your Pokemon at a gym and get your gym badges. For every 5 points you earn. So, these are their gym badges. These are from the Kato gym. So, these badges here are the first 4 badges that they would work on. So, they get 40 points, they get this badge. 45, 50, 45, 50, 55, 60 points, and they'll get all 4 of those badges. Once they get all 4 of those badges, their Pokemon evolves. I think you get the theme. So their Pokemon evolves, and they get their stage 2 Pokemon. So Wartortle, Pikachu, Charmeleon. So they have all, it goes up to their second Pokemon. And this one is from 60 to 70 points. Once they have their 60 to 70 points, they keep those, and their avatar changes again to whichever Pokemon there are. Level 5 is again more gyms. So level 5 is from 70 to 90 points, and again they get 5 points, they earn their gym badge. So you have your 4 last gym badges, so it'll be a total of 8 badges. Once they get up to 90 points, they get their final evolution of their Pokemon, and they get to have one of these as their avatar. Okay? Once they have one of those as their avatar, they keep that until they get to 100 points. Once they get to 100 points and their Pokemon is fully evolved and has done all the training that it needs to do. They get level 7, and this is 100+ points. They officially become a Pokemon Master. So once they become a Pokemon Master and they have 100 points, they get a special prize from me. I go out and I get them a special prize. Sometimes, I think this year I'm going to do Lunch Bunch and have like lunch with them and maybe bring in a little snack for them or a little treat. I haven't decided yet, but once they become a Pokemon Master and they get 100 points, they get a sticker that looks like this, and they put it on their binder, and it'll count how many times they've become a Pokemon Master for their specific Pokemon that they have evolved. After they get to 100 points, they start over again and they go back down to level 1, and the second time around they get to pick whichever Pokemon they want. They don't have to pick just from the starter Pokemon that I make them start with. So that was very long, and I hope that kind of made sense, but I thought I would just go over it because I literally just printed and laminated these, and I'm gonna put them up on my wall because I want the kids to be able to see them. So I just thought that I would share that with you so you understand how I use Class Dojo in my class. And the good thing about it, doing it this way, if the kids are held accountable for giving themselves points, you're more likely to like stay on top of it. Because I've noticed that in the past, what ended up happening was I started Classroom Dojo or Class Dojo, and after a week I would forget to give them points, or I would be like, oh yeah, I owe you this many points, and I would write on the board like, I owe you this many points, but then I would always forget to put it on, and then their parents would be like, why aren't you updating it, and blah blah blah. Anyway, so basically the way that I do it, it holds them accountable. They're more likely to give themselves points, and they look for ways for them to get points. Another great thing about the way that I have mine set up is if I want to give somebody they can get a point for a compliment from a friend. So a lot of the time, a lot of the kids come up to me and they say, Miss Fumo, so Jeffrey was very helpful because I couldn't find a pencil and he let me borrow a pencil for the whole day, whatever. I think he deserves a point. And if that's a compliment from a friend, then that friend gets a Class Dojo point. So they have ways of earning points from being nice to each other, and also by recommending that I give certain people points as well. So yeah, that's how I run my Class Dojo. I hope that made some sense. I will talk. So yeah, that's how I run Class Dojo. I just got cut off. 10 minutes. I was talking for 10 minutes. I talked too much. But that's how I do my Class Dojo. It works really well. The kids are like super into it. We will do other stuff. What am I doing right now? Oh, planning time. So planning time right now, all I'm going to do is I just realized that I don't have them. So what I'm going to do is I already laminated these. I'm going to photocopy and print all of the things I can get points for Class Dojo and on colored paper, and after I print them on colored paper, I'm going to cut them out and I'm going to put them up on this wall over there. My classroom is a disaster, don't judge me. So on top of this bulletin board, right across the top, I will put what they can get Class Dojo points for. And the reason, ooh, hi, zoomed in. Oh, no, wrong way. Oh my gosh, that's so awkward. So, the reason why I'm putting that up there is because I want them to be able to recognize what they're giving themselves points for, or what they're giving their peers points for, and say, Miss Fumo, or I want them to say, Miss, I think I deserve a point for responsibility because, and then they will tell me why they feel like they deserve a point for responsibility. But yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. It is really freaking hot right now. But yeah, we shall continue to do that. I'm gonna print those out and go pick them up. I don't want to walk. My foot really hurts. Do I have to? Can I call? Wonder if I call and be like, hey, I'm printing something. Want to drop it off at my class? It hurts. Or maybe I'll just go on my wheelie chair down the hall. Anyway, I'm gonna print those out, gonna laminate them, gonna put them up on the wall, and if I put them up today, I'm not promising anything, but if I put them up today, I will show you guys what it looks like. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning. It is Thursday. Can't believe it's Thursday already. I just got to school. Just taking out my stuff. I stopped at Starbucks and got a giant coffee. So I got, what did I get today? I don't even remember. An iced coffee with lactose-free milk and 2 pumps of vanilla. I don't like my iced coffee super sweet. I like it to actually taste like coffee. And I also got a bacon Gouda sandwich. So last night I made some posters for Class Dojo that I'm going to put up over there. I'm just warming up the laminator to laminate them. But first I need to cut off the edges because I'm going to put them on colored paper. So I will do that and I will show you what it looks like after I have them up. Hello, it's planning time. So we just had a lesson on place value. We just finished math. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. Okay, so one of the things that I notice here in this school district, sorry, I just fell over. So one of the things I notice a lot in this school district is that the students have difficulty communicating their ideas and communicating about math specifically. Now, one of the biggest things that I tell my class is that if you can't communicate in math and explain why you did something or how you did something in words out loud, then you have to really sit back, think about it, and tell yourself, do you really understand it? Because if you're able to explain it to somebody else or teach it to somebody else, then that probably means that you like really get it. So one of these, sorry, I'm out of breath. So what I created are these little cards here. These are conversation cards or sentence starters for math. So there's different things for them. So there is a reflect, making connections, represent, predict, invent, or problem solve, feelings and attitudes, and a reflection card. On each one of these cards, there are sentence starters or prompts for them. So for example, I have questions. I have like a teacher set, which are here, and I just keep them on my lanyard. And they have questions, and then these are sentence starters for them to answer the question. So for reflect, it says one of the questions I would ask, let me go to my teacher set. One of the questions that I might ask was, what questions arose as you worked today? Or what questions did you have while you were working today? So they would use this sentence starter, and it says, a question I had while I was working was, and then they would answer the question. The one that I had them do today was, what did you find challenging about today's math? And their sentence starter was, I found blank challenging because, and then they would tell me why they found it challenging. So I don't do this every day because we don't get through a lesson every day, but this is always part of the like consolidation piece in math. If you watch my math 3-part lesson plan that I posted a video on a while ago, I'll link it down below if you didn't watch it. But the consolidation part of the math is when we talk about these. And again, you don't do consolidation every single day because sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get through a specific topic. But once we do get to that consolidation piece, these bad boys get brought out and the kids end up using them. At the beginning of the year, they're using them because they have them and they need them to help them get through the sentence starters. But as the year goes on, they get better and better and better, obviously, at talking about things in math. So I have these for math. Now, I'm teaching language this year, and I haven't taught language in a while, grade 4 language. And because I haven't done that, I didn't have conversation cards or consolidation cards like this for language. So I am currently working on making those consolidation cards in language. I definitely will do that. And once I do, I will show you how I use those in my classroom. So yeah, these are them. I just have one for each table group. We do it on the carpet and then we bring those out. But the kids are really good at passing them around and using those to talk about it. Today was the first day that we did it since the beginning of the year, so it was kind of like a run through of how it would work, and they all did really well. We just needed to talk about more so like how we sit respectfully and listen to people and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the other thing I want to show you, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I set up my class dojo wall and things, so I'm gonna show you what that ends up looking like now that it's up on the wall. So up there we have all the class dojo things. So we have sharing and caring, teamwork, working hard, honesty, compliment from a classmate, ready to learn, being responsible, being inclusive, being respectful, self-regulation. So those are all of the things that they can get points for right now. And notice I put the actual Class Dojo icons on there so that when they go to the iPad to give themselves points, they just need to look for the icon that matches. And then the other thing I did is the Dojo Pokemon trainer wall. So I have all the levels up there on the wall. I have a few students that have officially moved on to level 2, which is the Pokeball. So their icon has changed to a Pokeball, which is pretty cool because that means that they're actually doing their work and giving themselves points when they deserve it. So it's plenty of time right now. I'm just gonna make a few things. Gotta plug in this bad boy to charge it because the battery is flashing. But I will check in with you guys later if my camera doesn't die. Bye. Wow, hi guys, it's Friday and it is currently 2:30. School finishes at 3:45 and my class is currently in media. I did not check in at all today. I totally forgot. It's planning time right now. I just blew up. I have an inflatable chair that I've had it since I was like a little kid. Found it in my parents' basement, took it, now it's in my classroom. So I just blew it up. I was in the gym blowing it up because I was trying to blow it up with like a hand pump, but that took forever. So I used the one that you like, electric pump, I guess it's called. I am just getting my stuff ready for Friday folders because they are going home today. Today's the first day they're going home now their classes are finalized. I'm just printing out dojo letters for parents who still haven't signed up so they can go home in their Friday folders. And that's it. Once I have their dojo letters printed out, I will show you my Friday folders and how I organize them and get the kids to fill them out and stuff. So the bell's gonna ring for recess in 15 minutes. Shouldn't take that long, but I will check in with you guys in a second as soon as I am done printing out those dojo letters.
It looks very scary.
Yeah, it's right to one side. That's slide and home.
That sounds scary. That sounds
Shoulder.
scary.
Yeah, now I get it. Yeah. That's not scary. Guys, put it on the... No, Pastor.
Scary movie. Yeah, it is scary because it looks scary.
I'll do it. Just go there. You put them inside the bucket. Okay. I got it with like... Yeah, I did all of them.
Good?
Uh,
Okay, hi guys. So it's the end of the day now. I didn't get a chance to check in earlier. I'm quickly gonna show you how I do my Friday folders, and then I gotta get going because it's Friday. So first thing, each one of the kids in my class has a bag like this. I just got these at the dollar store. It's just called a courier bag, and it has a little like pocket here for the window. Now in the pocket it has a little instruction for Friday folders, and this is actually a freebie in my TPT store. It's just like a Friday folder explanation of how it works and whatever. So that goes in there, and their name just goes on the front, and this is their bag for the whole year. This goes home on Fridays. Inside their bag they also have this Friday folder log. So every time an assignment goes home, they have to write the assignment, date it, the grade, parent signature, and then I sign it as well, so that the parents know that I have seen it and that this is going home. So this is always in their Friday folder bag. Now, the way that it works is sometimes things will go home and certain things need to be returned to school and some things stay at home. So I have 2 stamps. One of them says return to school, and the other one says keep this at home. So basically all I do is just stamp it either on the top of the page, back of the paper, wherever, so that parents know which ones either stay at school or stay at home or have to come back to school. If they do come back to school, they go into their binders that we have at the front, and we just collect it. So all tests and everything, they go home for parents to see marks, but most of the time I tell them to bring it back to school so that we can put them all in their portfolio. In the past, I didn't use stamps. I just wrote it, which was very time consuming. So this year I decided to get some stamps. I just got these made on Vistaprint, and they're actually on sale right now. So if you go onto the Vistaprint website within the next couple of days, it should still be on sale. I got 3 stamps and it ended up being like $15 or something like that. But yeah, it's cool because you can make your own and have them say whatever you want on them, and they come super fast. So that's how I use my Friday folders. They went home today. Any notes that we collect during the week also go home on Fridays, and yeah, that is it. I'm just cleaning up my classroom because I don't like to leave it a mess before the weekend, and I'm going to go home and sleep. I cut myself with a paper cutter this morning. My finger was bleeding everywhere, and I also cut my thumb yesterday while I was in the office, and I was literally just standing there and I got caught on something and I was bleeding. So I am a disaster. But yes, I'm going home. I'm just gonna pack my bag and head out, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye guys. Oh, my phone's ringing. That probably means I'm getting a new kid. Good morning. Be right back. It's happening. I'm getting a new student. They're on their way down now with their family. I had such a small class. Okay, I gotta close this because they're gonna be here, and I don't want them to see me talking to myself because they'll think I'm crazy. Okay, bye. Hi guys, it is the end of the day. Today is a weird day because my planning time is during period 2, and the gym teacher comes into my classroom, so I can't really vlog during period 2 unless I leave my class. But today I stayed in the classroom because I had some stuff that I needed to do. So today was good. I got my new student. She's great. She's really sweet. Her sister is actually in the kindergarten class that I go to 2 times a week, which is pretty cool. But this morning all we did was some rounding activities, and I made up a song to Rihanna's We Found Love, and it has to do with rounding, and I taught them that, and they were really into that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I am about to go to physio. I just gotta run to the washroom, pack up my stuff, and on my way there. But yeah, today went really well. Tomorrow we are starting science, so we're doing rocks and minerals. I have an activity for them to do. I will show you what that is tomorrow morning when I get here though. Oh, my cat ears. Tomorrow morning when I get here. Yeah, I gotta go now because it is time for physio, and I need to run to the mall real quick because I need to return some stuff. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's planning time. I did not check in this morning because I was running real late. Okay, so this morning, what did we do? This morning I read to them. I'm reading a book called, what is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this morning I didn't check in because I was running late, and then I had duty, and then I was talking to the grade 5 teacher about some stuff that we are going to be doing. So this morning for language, I had the students, I read to the students, and a couple weeks, last weekend, the weekend before last weekend, it was teacher appreciation at Chapters in Indigo, so it was 30% off all books, and I got a book called The Care and Feeding of My Pet Black Hole, and the book had just come out the week before, so I had never read it. I started reading it, and it's really good so far, so I decided that I was going to read it to my class. So I started reading it to my class, and they're really into it. They keep laughing. It's pretty funny. The little girl in it, the way that she talks is pretty funny. So I read them that this morning, and then we talked about brainstorming because we're going to start getting into the writing process and how we are writing in different, what's it called? Different type. We're going to get into the writing process, and then we're going to start going into personal narratives, just because I feel like that's the best way to start. I haven't taught language in a while, so we're starting off with personal narratives most likely. Once I see how they do their brainstorming though today, because we did go over how we brainstorm and what a brainstorm looks like, once I look at their brainstorms, if I feel like I want to start with something else, they might start with something else. But basically all they did today was brainstorm what they would do if they had a black hole. So we talked about like different ways of brainstorming, a web, a chart, a Venn diagram, all those different types of ways that we can brainstorm our ideas. And then the students kind of went to their desk and they wrote in the middle, if I had a pet black hole, I would, and then they just brainstormed their ideas from there. Some of them had some really funny ideas, which is really good. What else? This afternoon, they're in gym right now. So that was this morning during first and second period. During third period, we did math. So yesterday we started math, rounding to the nearest 10. Today we did rounding to the nearest 100. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy. They got through it very quickly. And then what we did is we practiced our rounding song. So I made up a song to Rihanna's We Found Love that has to do with rounding, and I taught it to them, and then they sang it, and they were like really into it. So we sang it with Rihanna's vocals just so we could get timing down, and then they did it with the instrumental before recess, and they were like really good at it, which is pretty cool. And then when they come back from gym, we're going to record it and make a little video for their parents so they can see the awesome song that they came up with. After they come back from phys ed, we are going to be starting science. I was going to start social studies because I wanted to do, what's it called? I wanted to do habitats and communities. I wanted to start with habitats and communities, but that didn't end up working out because, map features, but that didn't work out. But we are getting this like huge map. It's literally the size of an entire classroom for the floor in December. So I think I'm going to do text features and that during December so that they have that and they're able to like walk around and do all that fun stuff. So we're starting science today, and we're going to be doing rocks and minerals, and we're going to be talking about the 3 different types of rocks. Super dry, kind of boring, but we're just going to talk about the 3 different types of rocks, and then hopefully by tomorrow or Thursday, once they have the different types of rocks down pat, we will have our first science experiment, which I'm pretty excited about. I've done it before. It's just like the Play-Doh experiment. I might do it with Starburst this year, but we shall see. So what I'm gonna do now on my planning time is stop talking to you, and I actually have to call some places to see if we can book our field trips for October and November. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit, and I will let you know if I get anything booked for field trips. It's recess. I'm vlogging on my phone today because I'm currently uploading stuff on my computer that we did in my class yesterday on my camera. Tomorrow is the last day of the week. This morning all we did was finish our black hole brainstorming, and they studied for their spelling test because they do have a spelling test tomorrow because Friday is a PA day. This afternoon we are finally moving on to science because we haven't done science yet. There's people in the hall, that's why you can hear them yelling, but we haven't done science yet, so that should be fun. We're doing the 3 different types of rocks, and then next week on Monday or Tuesday, because we don't have school on Monday, I will be doing an experiment with them, so that's gonna be super fun. It is really warm today. There was a cool like rainbow this morning. I'll see if I can put it in here when I edit this weekend, but yeah, that's what we're doing today. It's recess right now. I'm gonna go eat my snack. I will talk to you guys later. Look at the rainbow over the school. Hello. Oh, there, that's better. It is my planning time. I'm in the staff room right now. I am currently just laminated, and now I'm cutting out some stuff that says parking lot, and I will explain what parking lot is when I go back to my classroom during recess, because I don't want anybody to walk in while I'm in the staff room. My nails are horrible. Anyway, I will check in with you guys during recess and let you know how everything goes, and I'll explain how I use this thing called a parking lot in my classroom. Hi, it's planning time, and today is the first time today that I'm actually checking in. I look real tired. Anyway, today we started science, and we were talking about different types of rocks, and my class was like really into it. Like, I've taught grade 4 before, and I've taught rocks and minerals before, and this is the first time that my class is actually excited about rocks, which is weird. But yeah, we started rocks and minerals. It's really hot. I gotta take off my sweater. We started rocks and minerals. They're really super into it. They thought that metamorphic rocks were pretty cool. But this afternoon I'm going to teach them our rocks and minerals song, and then that's it. I will check in with you guys maybe at the end of the day. This vlogging thing is hard because I always forget to check in, especially because I haven't been coming early. I need to start coming early again.